What's up, my wizards? It's Deb from Mtg. We like it a magic. Blazing in the shed, raising up the dead with a little Esper Reanimator. Had to do it, blue-black, get a thing back. Was a decent deck on Arena like all last season, but then we got Dream Trawler in that Theros Beyond Death. And we got to play that card. That's a good card. I finally got it to pop up on the screen. I don't know why I've been having trouble with that lately, but this is an interesting reanimation target in a deck that has a card like Blood for Bones, which allows you to get it back from your graveyard for just 4 mana. I mean, people are tripping over themselves trying to get Dream Trawler into play in this standard already. It's just such a ridiculous, abusable card that is in itself also abusive. It's just a nasty creature that's really, really tough to deal with. So people are trying to get it out in all kinds of Esper decks in this format right now, or blue-white decks. Just straight blue-white control usually plays this as a 2-of as their win condition. It's just kind of in a lot of things. Also, the Fires of Invention decks have taken to play in a couple of copies of Dream Trawler. I mean, when I say everywhere, this card is in a lot of decks. And this deck kind of gets it faster than like any other deck in the format right now because of Blood for Bones. So if that doesn't pique your interest, there's all kinds of other stuff going on in here. We got Agent of Treachery as well to get back with either Blood for Bones on turn 4 or Bond of Revival, which is cool. But Bond of Revival is especially good with the Dream Trawler. Just Haste Dream Trawler is ridiculous. Then we've also got a bunch of ways to get cards into our graveyard. Our milkshakes, because they bring our boys to the yard. There, I said it. So people were disappointed I didn't say it in the deck tag. But anyway, Tomebound Lich and Benthic Biomancer both allow us to discard cards into our yard. So we've got a Dream Trawler, Agent of Treachery rotten in our hand. We can just throw it in the bin. That's always nice. But we've also got Wall of Lost Thoughts and Mire Trident, which are slightly lower impact cards even than Tomebound Lich and Benthic Biomancer, but they're still good at what they're supposed to do. Wall of Lost Thoughts is a decent little speed bump against aggro that, at least make you block for a couple of turns, and it might put a big nasty dude in your yard. And then Mire Trident is kind of the same way. This can trade up, take out much bigger creatures. Love the death touch on this, but it's also a little milkshake. Put a couple things in your yard. You never know, you might get a Dream Trawler, Agent of Treachery. Same thing with Thought Erasure. The only reason we're playing it over Agonizing Remorse is because it surveils, and we might possibly, there's a statistical chance a little bit that we might get a Dream Trawler or Agent of Treachery when we do surveil. Brazen Borrow, which is kind of a flexible slot, which is good news because it's like the most expensive card in the entire deck. So yeah, this could be other stuff. I was actually thinking of Charming Prince in this slot, but I was also just thinking of more Mire Tridents or perhaps Merfolk's Secret Keeper. But I'm going with Borrower because I felt like we needed a little bit more defense in the early game. So we're doing that. Plus 26 lands. You see them all? You see all these lands down here? Should probably make some room for some castles, but I haven't done it. This is just what I've been rocking with so far, and it's been working, although the deck is a bit finicky. Is that the right word? It's a slightly finicky deck. It doesn't always draw the things it needs to freaking draw, and it does play some slightly, again, like lower impact stuff. Benthic Biomancer, Wall of Lost Thoughts, Mire Trident, Tomebound Lich. There's just not cards you see super often, but they are good for this synergy. So let's go ahead and go into Arena and see if we can pick up a couple of game skis with it. I'm also going to play the Solar Flare deck on the channel. I had some people asking me in the comments section, like, what are you talking about Solar Flare? What is that? And then somebody else was like, oh, I think you mean Solar Blaze. Like, no, I'm not talking about a card. I'm talking about a deck. Solar Flare is a deck that pops up every now and again for the last, 12 to 14 years. I think something like that. Solar Flare has been a prominent deck in the format, in different formats, 3 or 4 times in that, 10 or 12 year span. And it's basically like an Esper Control Reanimator hybrid that doesn't really play too many reanimation spells. Like this one's only got 2 Bond of Revival and an Elspeth Conquers Death, which barely counts as a reanimation spell, mind you. But the Bond of Revival, again, is really good with Dream Trawler. But there's a lot of control elements in this deck, but we still have Thirst for Meaning to put cards in our yard if we want to reanimate stuff. So, again, really control-y deck right here, but for the most part, it's actually worked a lot better than the deck I'm going to play in this video. But I really want to try this Esper Reanimator deck out in a few games on camera and see how we do, because, again, you never know. I've won 5 in a row with this, and I've lost 5 in a row with it. I tweeted that I'd lost 5 in a row with it when I first started playing with it. And then a couple of tweaks, and it gets a little bit better, and, you just get a better run of decks to play against on Arena. And suddenly at 5-0s. So you really never know what you're going to get with this thing. So let's see just that. Let's see what we get here in the Garena. Didn't have to wait too long there. Unless we did. Are you sure you're ready, Arena? Yeah, you're ready. Come on, buddy. Randy 717. 717. What you got? Okay. They go first. We got a couple of Benthic Biomancers, Thought Erasure, Tomebound Lich. So we do need some big old dude arenas, and we also need some reanimation spells, but this is a decent start. At the very least, Thought Erasure will Surveil for us, and Tomebound Lich will draw us a card. All that's delicious. Benthic Biomancer. Benny Bio man. They're going to swamp and do nothing, which that's not something you necessarily expect. Watery Grave. Thought Erasure. What you got, opponent? Alright, so it's mono black. Devotion. And I really think it might be the better idea to take this Nightmare Shepherd, but I'm going to go ahead and kneecap that Gary because it's, their favorite card. So, Brazen Bobber on top. That'll take care of a Nightmare Shepherd for a single turn, but it doesn't really do much for us outside of that, right? I'd probably rather draw... I'm kind of upset about that, but I'd probably rather draw something a little bit more important at this stage of the game. And yeah, I know that sounds crazy because Brazen Borrower is important at most stages of the game, but I'd really like to get a card I can drop in my yard next turn with Tomebound Lich, and we haven't. Not quite yet. Ba-da-ba-ba-da-ba. Island. Or plains. What am I talking about? Island. I was looking at the island on the battlefield. Now, next turn we have to get another land. To actually Blood for Bones, which kind of sucks. But let's Tomebound Lich. See what's up. Thought Erasure. You gotta give me something to work with here. Now, what do we discard? Probably a land, to be honest with you. Benny Biomancer. Benny Biomancer. Alright, what do you do this turn? You just Nightmare Shepherd. Wise. Very wise, you are. Randy. Right, a Hallowed Fountain. Well, that's definitely can come into play on tap. But the problem is, see, it goes back to what I was saying right before we got into the games. Deck is a little finicky, which I meant to be. The deck can be a real jerk some of the time. All right, Godless Shrine. I definitely don't want that. But I suppose I do want to Thought Erasure you, right? What you got besides drag? Oh, that is a drag. That's a drag, bro. All right. Throw that down. Look at Watery Grave. give me some meat. I wants it. Did I come in with Tomebound Lich here? Yeah, nah. I was thinking I might actually get a draw and discard off of that. If I went in, because they probably wouldn't want to block with either thing. But they might just block with Iara and get a token from Nightmare Shepherd. Alright, they pound in. Oh, look at that. We needed all those lands, didn't we? Hew. Alright. So I can do this. I can adapt Benny Biomancer this turn. That's pretty cool. See what happens, right, if we go ahead, do our dang old attack step. You got something over there? Maybe it's waiting for them to activate their Locked Lane, or their Iara, and they ain't about to do it. Should I Yorgo them? Or maybe it's a internet thing. My internet's been spotty lately, but this would appear to be theirs, which would kind of suck. Okay, cool. Everything's Cochise. Get in with the Tomebound. You can do it. Yeah, let's do it. Cool, so get another look here. What you got, top of the library? What you got? What you got, buddy? A freaking land. Well, I've come to expect it at this point. All right, so we have all the lands we need. Alright, so Agent of Treachery in the bin. So yay. And then I guess we just blood for bones and grab the Nightmare Shepherd. Is what we do, everybody. Ka-chunk. Much rather keep Tomebound Lich around, I think. And Agent. And I guess I'll probably get this Brazen Borrower. Oh, I'll get a Nightmare Shepherd. And what you gonna do? Sack it. I figured that would happen. So I thought about taking the Iara, but I just didn't want to get like swung into over and over. Because that was gonna end our game and that'd be bad. Alright. Another blood for bones. Yeah, I'm actually done with it at this point. Oh, shoot. That was a shoot, by the way, just so I don't get demonetized. And it was. It actually was. I'm not lying. We got a blood for bones on top that I didn't mean to keep. Oh, a gray merchant that does 5. Oh, goodness. I gotta start worrying now. That's no good. And I certainly can't brazen borrower the gray merchant back to their hand. In is tapped. What would be cute would be to sacrifice the agent of Treachery. To get, no, that wouldn't work. To get back Benthic Biomancer. What a dumb play. So, I suppose I'll try and get in with Tomebound Lich while we still have a bunch of untapped lands. And then I'll probably just pass the turn. Yeah, you're going to let us in. Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da. Gotta land. Alright. It's becoming a running theme on the gameplay videos. It's like our decks just hate us. Saffron Olive would be going crazy right now. Deck! Come on, deck! I kind of feel like Seth at the moment. Alright. Alright. Yeah. You get a Cauldron Familiar. You go, Glen Coco. We're going to come pretty close to dying this turn. Perhaps. It's a swamp. Iara. Yeah. I'll just block one of you, and then Brazen Borrower at the end of the turn. I think the difference is only 1 life, although, you know, 1 life is pretty precious at this point. Borrower. Iara. Then I guess we'll play BB. Brabo. Brabo Baggins. And then we'll untap and draw Dream Trial. It's a land, everybody! It's a land. Alright, do we have a play here? Do we... Has play. I think our play is to go bop-bop. Bop-bop. Alright. Hidden. They're almost at their starting life total. We draw. Oh my god. Erg. Alright, discard Watery Grave. Scry. Huh? Everybody. Come on. Like, I know clumps are a thing. I get it. But, like, whew. We've drawn some lands here on the channel. Yeah, you draw real cards. This is a game, broskies. This is a game of Magic cards. Alright. I knew you got that. Knew you had that in your hands. There's a Yark's Finlurker. Luckily, we got a land to get rid of. By the time we get Dream Trawler, we're not going to have any like cards in our hand to protect it. That's going to be the funnest of times. We're at 3. We are. So, that's a bit of a problem. All right, they don't do anything, so at least we get the ETB trigger on this Tomebound Lich. Let's spin it up. Roll the dice, Jackie. What you got? A land. Oh, my God. This is almost a non-game, you know? Woof. That's all I can say is woof. puppy dog. All right, let's put them at their starting life total. I guess we can always swing in the Tomebound Lich. We're 3. We'll go up to 4 from Tomebound Lich. And then they cannot quite kill us. Going for it. Give me another shot. Give me another shot, opponent. They do. Nice. Okay. All right, what you got? Oh, my God. Oh, I'm having the time of my life. I should have probably discarded the Blood for Bones, honestly, just to get a scry off the temple. My gizzy goodness. Papa Roach. Cheesy, crazy, cheese and crust. I'm going to Blood for Bones. And I'm going to sacrifice this Tomebound Lich. Nah, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to Blood for Bones. I'm going to sacrifice this Brazen Borrower. You can't block anyway, and you're not doing me any favors. I'm going to put a Benthic Biomancer in play, and I'm going to put a Brazen Borrower in my hand. Is what I'm going to do for this. All right. You drew a Gary, didn't you? An Agonizing Remorse. That's very, very adorable. All right. So he traded a Brazen Borrower for a Benthic Biomancer, but I'm kind of okay with it. I'm a little okay with it. What you gonna do? Please don't kill us. They've given us so many opportunities to draw this Dream Trawler. I'd like to thank the Academy, everyone who ever believed in me. There's a Dream Trawler with nothing to protect it, so it's about to get dragged to the underworld like freaking crazy. They're going to say nice, but that's because they know. That's because they know that something's up. They know they've got an answer. I really hope they don't. That would be really, really cool if you didn't have an answer. I'm just going to try one Tomebound Lich this turn. Actually, no. Let's just hold. Let's just hold. Hold, everybody. I don't want to draw and discard a card. Right? So they're going to try to get removal here, maybe. That's what they're doing. Go down to 16. Oh, let me turn it around. Please don't get a drag to the underworld or like a murderous rider, please. This will be the time they get it, though. Oh, Bolus's Citadel. Ooh, ouch. Okay, Witch's Oven. Nightmare Shepherd. Oh, butt sacks. Good game. They good gamed us because here comes a Gary off the top or something. Oh, yeah. I forgot about this Witch's Oven trick. I've done this a million times myself. All right, it was a good game. I wanted one more turn. One more is all I needed. And then you could have had your Gary and you still would have won, right? So, like, we lost that one. After just a slog of lands. We really did some bouncing around the multiverse on that one. Just, God. But have you seen this island? It's like, I don't want a timeshare. I just want to draw spells from a spell book. All right. We go first. So that's very good news. We got an Agent of Treachery, Tomebound Lich in our hand. We got Thought Erasure. Everything is coming up. Everything's coming up, Esper. So let's Hallowed Fountain. Come on, Isotronium with your Tranquil Grove. You're not going to let us resolve any spells this game. I'm actually considering just this Benthic Biomancer, but let's try and clear the way here. With a Thought Erasure. Oh, an Unmoored Ego. Ugh. Yuck. Alright. Planar Cleansing can sweep Brazen Bar, or not Brazen Bar, what am I talking about? Dream Trawler. They almost rhyme. I think that's what my brain did there. Can sweep Dream Trawler, and then Agent of Treachery is just an all-around really silly magic card, but I am taking the Unmoored Ego. I'm doing it. I'm leaving this on top. We need them lands now. This will be the game we don't get lands. Hallowed Fountain. Yeah, I don't really care about my life total at all in this game, so let's do that. Blood for Bones. Woo! Ooh! Agent of Treachery goes in the yard. Let's just try and like steal a land. Or maybe this Cloud can see her. I think it might actually be better to steal the land. I'm serious. Untapped land. That's the last piece of the puzzle, everybody. Let's get in. They let us. Lettuce and onions and tomatoes. I probably really don't want the other blood for bones, honestly, but I'm going to keep it. What this Benthic Biomancer? I don't think that of these cards, I don't think I want the Wall of Lost Thoughts. I think it does the least things in this match. So let's B for B, sacrifice a Cree, Agent of Treachery, and Tomebound Lich comes back to our handy. Ew, actually. Alright, so you know, like, I really should just take the Cloudkins here, but they're going to be able to Ritual of Soot it, right? Well, no, they still need 2 black sources. I'm going to take the Hallowed Fountain. And hopefully they're down on lands. Are you? Ah, they got a Watery Grave. It comes into play untapped. They don't do anything yet. That probably means absorb. Very likely. So let's bop bop. And pop pop. And then it's either Tomebound Lich or Benthic Biomancer. Like, Benthic Biomancer, hold up Brazen Borrower. I could do that. Still need 1 more black source. That's what it is. Need 1 black source for a ritual. They don't want a ritual if they have a Cloudkins here. That won't do anything to Agent anyway. But Ritual of Soot will kill Tomebound and Benthic Biomancer, right? So let's see that. And we still have Brazen Borrower mana. But again, oh, it didn't get absorbed or anything. That's good news. Didn't draw anything nasty like I wanted to. But I guess we probably don't need 2 Benthic Biomancers, right? But do I want to go ahead and resolve a Benthic Biomancer? I don't know. I don't want to overextend. Like, force. Well, I guess if we force a Ritual of Soot, we can just Benthic Biomancer Blood for Bones like immediately the same turn. That might be very dope. We knew they had the Fabled Passage, so they're going to get the other black source. But again, I'm not sure they like want to Ritual because all they'll really get rid of is Tomebound Lich. They'll actually 2-for-1 themselves. What you getting here? They do get another black source. I'd like to be able to put this Agent of Treachery in our yard somehow. It's like the Ritual won't do it. Planar Cleansing will. That might actually be the play. Just like wait for Planar Cleansing to pop off. Sorry I'm thinking, opponent. I apologize. I think I'll save that for a rainy day, actually. Yeah. Let's get in with the boys here. We get a land. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 with the island there. Let's play it. And then let's Benthic Biomancer. Hits the table. We can still Tomebound Lich here. I think that probably will force a sweep. I think it probably will. So I'm going to keep this position for now. And then maybe we can like Brazen Borrower instep. Plus, oh, there's an Elite Guard Mage. That changes things a little bit. It's like Brazen Borrower is just not great in this situation. Let him pull ahead a little bit in the race. I think I'll just play Brazen Borrower. It's like I really don't want to give them another card, so I'm not going to return Cloudkins to their hand. Although tying up their mana would be nice, I just still don't think it's necessarily right. There's a Brazen Borrower, so, you know, I guess if we want one, we can have one. I'd rather have that than Tomebound at this point. Oh, it begins. Let's Get in, get in. That's about the extent of it, isn't it? Alright, they're letting us through. They can still win this race at this point. Discard Hallowed Fountain. Let's wall Lost Thoughts. Try to get something meaty in there. We haven't really seen too much of that this game. Oh, come on. See what I mean? Like, the deck just has a lot of moving parts that all have to come together. Sometimes they don't. Alright, so we can get a Brazen Borrower back. Benthic, Biomancer, Tomebound, Lich. Sacrifice the Wall of Lost Thoughts to do that, but like we'll definitely. I guess if we get like anything, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, anything but an Agent of Treachery, we can just play next turn. That'll be dope. Save it. Again, slightly winning the race here. I wonder if taking a land away from him actually did like make a big difference. Alright, they are going to Ritual here. Not so shabby. And then again, I'll just play Brazen Borrower. Bop, bop. Alright, they're at 7. At this point, I can Blood for Bones, still have 2 mana up. I'll just Mire Triton. Let's see what we get. And then maybe we can Blood for Bones. We absolutely can. Okay. Cool, cool. Guard Mage comes over. They still got a bunch of cards in their hand, but it does look like they're having a land problem. Thassa comes down. It's all they can do this turn. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I mean, it looks like they're more or less dead. Well, yeah, they gain 3 life here. So... Hey, we draw a Dream Trawler. Jeez. That's actually one of the worst things we could have drawn. When you think about it. So that's fun. Let's just get in, Little League Guard Mage block. Yeah, Agent, I figured. That's cool, because that puts Agent in the graveyard. Which totally means that we can Blood for Bones, right? Well, it doesn't put Agent in the graveyard. I apologize. Should have known that math. Jeez. Jeez Louise. Cool, opponents at 5. We got a DT. Finally. We got a DT. And at least one card to protect it with. But is the right play actually to not protect it, right? Wonder if we'll get swept. We gotta like Shatter the Sky or something. No. Okay. Okay. And now we can just Agent of Treachery off the Blood for Bones, and we should win. Unless they have something at instant speed. They can just tap something with Thassa. They can do that. Yeah, let's do it. Sacrifice Mire Triton. And we could just get back Southern Dream Trawler if we really wanted to, but instead... No, I think I'm going to get back the Dream Trawler. Yeah. It's like I was actually thinking about getting back like double Brazen Borrower here, and we can attack with one of them and use the other one to bounce. But I'll just do that. And we've bounced that now. That's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, so yeah, so... Bounce it. We'll have to tap something with Thassa. They will get to replay it, but it'll tie up every one of their mana. Got him on the ropes. Even with me making, like, weird misplays. Ah, time wipe. Oh, time wipe. They got their 5th land, like, right on time. They definitely have a chance. It's thought erasure. Man, you've been stacked this whole time, haven't you? Jeez Louise. Don't want a watery grave. Certainly not. Man, it's crazy. I should have maybe taken it. I've needed a second black source like this entire game. Elite Guard Mage. Plus Thassa. Man. Oh, they got their 5th land right on time. I might as well good game at this point. Let me draw here. So they have another Guard Mage in their hand. We know that much. Plus the Agent. We get a land. Don't say we never got a land. Oh, we haven't gotten like a million this game at least. That's good. Alright, a Fairy Vandal. Huh. That's something. Dude, am I more afraid? I think I'm more afraid of this Agent of Treachery than anything else. But boy, do you got some Guard Mages. Jeez. You melon farmer. That's what they used to say on a Lethal Weapon when they played on TV. Instead of saying MF, they'd say melon farmer. Oh man, 1,000,000 Elite Guard Mages and a Thassa. Yeah, that was silly anyway. I got a good game. Gotta do it. They're just gonna Elite Guard Mage over and over and over. It's so annoying. Good game, though. It was a good game. But anyway, let's try and get another one in. I feel bad about my performance in that one. I always gotta have one game where I'm just, like, not thinking enough, I guess. I don't know. I play a lot better when I'm not trying to, like, be entertaining and come up with funny stuff to say and doing play-by-play and not in my own head about, you know, trying to be a content creator and an entertaining personality when I'm actually an extremely anxious person, so it's a tough hill to climb, but, you know, can't just blame your mistakes. Well, I guess you can blame your mistakes on yourself, but you also have to learn from them, so I should probably prioritize that part of the lesson. Opponent drops Swamp, Rinziru Ryu. Come across 1,000 people every day with completely unpronounceable names. But, you know, maybe they're from somewhere else. I'm not making fun of it. Let's get a Swamp down so we can Thought Erasure. Thought Erasure? We now have 3. Knight of the Even Legion. Jeezy crazy. We definitely need to put you in our yard. Things are shaping up. Like, we can always just Brazen Borrower end of their turn next turn. And Blood for Bones this Agent of Treachery into play. And that might be the best play in the history of Magic. So let's, wouldn't go that far. But let's just, see here. See here now. You know what? I came to do what this deck came to do. It's like, I actually think Thought Erasure is probably the right play here, but instead I'm just going to try to set up for the thing the deck does. And maybe the Brazen Borrower will get like Murderous Rider or something here. I'm a little bit worried. Although maybe the play is just to see if they pump their Knight of the Even Legion and then just Brazen Borrower. They do. So let's... Screw it. Let's punish that. I'll play a turn behind. Benny Biomancer. That's a good card. Let's go ahead and get that down, and then we can Brazen Borrower again. Just really get some tempo here. Or we can just Thought Erasure. Let's do that. Spawn of Mayhem. I think I'd rather have that, honestly. They're just going to scoop. They're just going to scoop it up. Non-game, I suppose. Hey, we got one. Excuse me. You don't have to cough like twice a video. SPMTG trademark. I copyrighted the cough. Everybody, don't cough or you owe me money. Not really. I'm not. Who am I, Kanye? In case you don't remember this, he tried to just copyright the E minor chord. It's ridiculous. Don't do that. But anyway, let's go up against Azuzist. I think that's their name. And we can discard this Agent of Treachery on turn 2. Perhaps Blood for Bones it. We can also do the same with the Dream Trawler. Have we seen Abundant Revival like ever in any of these games? We've only got one in the deck, so it's not like it's always likely to happen. But the first couple of games, we churned through a good bit of our deck. All right. Yeah. Biomancer. Get to Biomancing. Wall of Lost Thoughts. Thank you very much, actually. You're doing us a favor. Ooh la la. Let's go. Yeah. No tax. In the turn. Against this, yeah, apparently mono blue mill deck. Oh no, this is the Thassa thing. Okay. Okay. I know this deck all too well at this point. Let's adapt the Benthic Biomancer. Discard Trawler. I'll do that. So there was already a Trawler in there though. But let's go Bop. And Mire Triton. Couple of BBs in the yard. Couple of Brazen Bar was. I wonder if we're gonna get like hit by Didn't Say Please or something when we Blood for Bones here. Maybe they'll just Assa this turn. Sweet Oblivion. No, they're going all the way with the mill. They're going all the way to Milltown. All right, we can still get quenched here or like negated or something, but you know, baby's got to do what a baby's got to do. So let's try and Blood for Bones. Fingers crossed. All right. What you got, opponent? Ruin our day. They do. They do. They quench us. They quench us. You jerk. You little jerk. All right. Let's get in with Mire Triton, maybe. No, okay. They will trade, which I'm actually fine with. I was hoping they might. Cloud can see ya. Because they had another one, right? But we don't have another creature that we can use, you know, get Blood for Bones. Or, you know, sacrifice 2 Blood for Bones. Did call the counterspell, but, you know, in that situation, I feel like you got to make them have it. Watery Grave, Hallowed Fountain, so we're going to start being able to just cast these things here pretty soon. We're not in too much danger unless they just drop Thassa. And that will be a bit of an issue. Overwhelmed Apprentice. All of this is fine. How many cards we got left in there? 35? That's fine. Totally fine, everybody. Secret Keeper. Uh-oh. Hey, there was the Blood for... Or not the Blood for Bones, the Bond of Arrival. Jeez, play all your cards. Good lord. Man, they really did a number on us. 27 cards. We are down to half. But that's fine. Sweet Kin Brazen... Or, Dream Trawler. I almost did it again. I almost called it Brazen Bar. In the turn... Actually, there's an argument for having cast, or just played Temple of Deceit on that turn. And then next turn, we Hallowed Fountain, Agent of Treachery. Let's draw. We get a Thought Erasure. Let's just get in. Really expect us to see Thassa at some point. There's the land we needed. Although there's really nothing that great to steal, honestly. How many cards are in your yard? Enough to do Sweet Oblivion again. Alright, opponent. They don't block. That's cool. That's fan. Do I want to steal anything? I guess we have two. So that's cool. It's like, is scrying actually better than stealing anything? Like scrying and thought erasure? But they don't have a card. It's just all for the Surveil, but I don't think the Surveil is worth much right this second. Just help them out, right? Well, I'll get a black source. And I will agent. Try to speed this game up a little bit here. In the turn. Probably just keep this temple, unless we really need a scry or something. Of course, if they hold up a card, we can thought erasure. But I actually don't think we're in too much danger of getting the Dream Eater, or the Dream Trawler, the Dream Trawler removed. But I guess we'll have to see. And if they do get their Thassa, Thassa's a really good foil for Dream Trawler, because it basically means Trawler can never attack if they have the mana to tap something with Thassa. But if they do play Thassa, we got something for that. We got an agent, so we kind of hope they play a Thassa, because I think agent might force a scoop if we can steal an agent with a Thassa and then just blink the agent every turn. That won't be a very good time for them. So let's... Oh, I probably should have thought erasured first. But it's also probably fine, honestly. Trawler gets us another agent of treachery. Woof. Oh, what you got? Knew it. Knew it, knew it, knew it, knew it, knew it. But that's okay. We can just get it out of their hands. It's not perfectly okay, but it's going to have to be fine, I guess. That one. Don't want that at the moment. All lost thoughts can go in the bin. Well, Benthic Biomancer. They're going to Brazen Borrower. That's probably fine. How many cards are left in our library? 20. Which is relatively low, actually. Benthic Biomancer. Adapt it. We get a land. Let's drop it. End the turn. Alright. Opponent. They got to land this turn, which means they're not really doing a whole hell of a lot. Sweet Oblivion. Going to be down to 14 cards when we draw next turn. And they're just going to scoop. Cool. Pretty cool. Alright, so that's another one under our belt. Let's get one more in here, because we have 1-1. We've won 2. And we've lost 2 at this point, I believe. But one of the games that we won was kind of a non-game. You know, they scooped really early, so I want to get one more in. And maybe we won't do stupid crap, like not thought erasure, and like any other dumb misplays I've made in this video. I apologize for that. But you know, a YouTuber makes a gameplay video, and there's a mistake. It's, you know, what else is new, I guess. It's like, none of us are perfect, ladies and gentlemen. Let's Temple of Silence. Benny Biomancer. It's actually worth keeping on top. It actually might be. So we can engineer a situation here where we, Benthic Biomancer on turn 3, probably. Hopefully we need another blue source to be able to pull this off, because I want to thought erasure this turn. But maybe we don't thought erasure this turn. Here's the thing. We don't thought erasure this turn, then next turn we can just Temple of Enlightenment this turn. The next turn we drop Watery Grave, Benthic Biomancer, and adapt it. And then on turn 4, Blood for Bones for the Dream Trawler that we discarded to Benny Biomancer. However, I think that Thought Erasure is an insanely powerful card that I want to play. Especially considering if we just drop Benthic Biomancer on turn 3 and then adapt it, there's no guarantee that it's going to live. Boy, they got a lot of sweeps. They got a lot of sweeps. Oh, this is a deck I really didn't want to come up against. This is the Doom Foretold deck. Poopy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Stinky. Let's Cavalier of Dawn. Get that out of their hand. We got a Brazen Borrower. Let's view the battlefield. I don't really want to return any of that to their hand, to be honest. But I might want a creature, right? Yeah, might sound crazy, but at least if we Blood for Bones now, we can get the Benthic Biomancer back from our graveyard. Or the pit. Why do I keep doing it? The Brazen Borrower. A bunch of... So many bees. Alright. So this turn we can just Temple. It wants us to draw a land. I think not. Benthic Biomancer. Really want to adapt you, bee. You're going to Temple of Silence. Probably just like Birth of Militus. Yep. Doom Foretold just wrecks Dream Trawler. They're going to scoop, though. Why did you do that? Why'd you scoop? Dude, you have... Dude. The game is yours. I wonder if we psyched them out there. I wonder if they think they're playing against Esper Control. And, like, since we have 3 lands up and 2 of them are blue sources, right? Like, they're never going to resolve a spell again. Like, maybe, possibly, or like something like that. I'm not really sure what their thought process there was. Maybe they just had to go. Maybe they had to go. Maybe their significant other was calling them like, "Hey, you gotta get in here and do this thing," you know. So it could be any number of things. I hope they're okay. I always think that when an opponent just like disconnects. All right, we go first. Well, we got Wall of Lost Thoughts on turn 2. We got Tomebound Lich. We don't have anything on turn 2, to be honest, because of these 2 temples. But I still think I'm going to keep it. Still going to do it. Temple. Not a land, but it is a Blood for Bones. It is that card. Yeah, I'm keeping it. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Let me know what y'all would have done there. We probably need more lands, to be honest. And this ensures we don't hit a 2-drop, but we can scry. It's a Thought Erasure. Cheesy crazy. Just play the Plains. Keeping it. I'm keeping it. Thought Erasure is just too good. We have to wait a turn to play Wall of Lost Thoughts. It's like, so be it. Yeah, it's the Mono White Life Gain deck. I was worried about that. See, this is why you do this. But you have 2 of Johnny's Pride Mates in your hand, and that is really awful. But I do feel like I have to take this kitty in. Agent of Treachery in the yard. That's happened a couple of times this video, in case you hadn't noticed. It's Fabled Passage, and it would be just really nice to draw land. One of the next couple of turns. They scoop. What is this? What is this? Like, we're in Platinum Tier 2, everybody, off of, like, opponents scooping for no reason. Sweet, we made it back to Tier 2. What is my life? Does no one want to see this deck do the thing? I guess maybe they figured, like, oh, they definitely have a reanimation spell that Agent of Treachery just went in their yard. They chose to put it in their yard, so they're going to have a reanimation spell and my life's going to be terrible. I wonder if that was their thought process, but this game we can Thought Erasure on turn 2 without having to draw any other lands, but we do need more lands. That said, Tomebound Lich can drop an Agent of Treachery in the yard, and then we can Blood for Bones if all goes well. So there's a land. There's a land, Scully. I need that. Need it so bad. I cannot say the name of this user. I've just realized. I mean, thought erasure. That's a name. What you got in your hand? A quench. I'm gonna probably just take that. Also an unsummon. Boo! Unsummon is actually like dumb. But that's fine. Like if they just unsummon Agent of Treachery, it's already done its job, right? So let's just take the quench. Blood for bones. That's very cute. Put it in the yard. We already have one. Of course, we know this deck that we're playing against has counter spells, so we'll see if that was a wise decision at the end of the day. This is some sort of mono blue tempo list, which is really neat. Amanda. Why would you do that to Amanda? Amanda's so nice. Let's pay the 2 for a Tomebound Lich. Unsummon. Cool, because you know what deck this is, right? You totally know. Agent of Treachery in the yard. But they did back us up by a turn, and that is what tempo does. You can just Brazen Borrower back to our hand into Oblivion, so that's very cute. We got a Dream Trawler. Everybody. In case you care. No. I actually want to draw another land, so I'm going to save this Fable Passage for a while. So it doesn't thin our deck of lands. We're so smart. Let's Tomebound Lich. It resolves. It's going to get borrowed. Alright, kind of need the land. Kind of want the Dream Trawler in my hand, to be honest with you. Tomebound Lich. Godless Shrine. Godless Shrine. We are much more likely to draw another land than we are to draw either a creature or Blood for Bones or something, so... We've already got our 5th land. I think that we can probably just play this Dream Trawler naturally. Like, maybe win the game that way. But next turn, I'd really like to, it's never going to happen, Chief. So we're going to have to play the Dream Trawler naturally. And then, ironically, discard the Tomebound Lich to give it hexproof. That's exactly how that's going to go down. Well, there's our 5th land. Scoopity whoop. Fable Passage. Poopity scoop. Scoopity whoop. I said I'm not Kanye, but I'm doing Kanye's rhymes. By the way, that's not a dig. That is literally one of Kanye's rhymes. He spends a whole song going scoopity whoop, poopity scoop. So, voice of a generation. Let's Tomebound Lich. What you got for us? What you got for us, Lich? You got a big wad of nothing. Discard Thought Erasure. Yeah. You hate to see it. You hate to see it. We're at 13, everyone. That's not good. Especially considering we're going to 8. Going to 8 this turn. And they still have a Brazen Borrower. But they don't do anything. Okay, that means they have a counterspell. Right. Is that not what that means? Almost certainly. We go ahead and scry. It's a Watery Grave. That's fine. I mean, we needed 6 lands. I don't really want too many more. Alright. So, I pretty much have to go for it. Wait. 3, 6, 7, 8, right? So, proper play to not die here. You're going to let us do it and gain a life, are you? Okay. Discard Temple. Interesting. Very interesting. Oh, why don't we have another blue source? Why don't we have it? We can't block any of that malarkey next turn, but what we can do is Brazen Borrower. Oh, it's a Cutthroat. Okay, that's what you're doing. Does that kill us? Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. only got 2 instants and sorcerers in your yard. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So everything gets in. I guess Borrower will have to return Brineborn Cutthroat. I just don't see us picking it up. So they do burn a counterspell here. But we have to draw something very special to actually win this game. Will a land do it? Will it do that? Because we have an agent in here. Yes, we do. We absolutely do. Agent still doesn't do enough, though. You know, steal a Brazen Borrower or something like that. But we still take 1, right? So it's just not a huge deal. Let's play a Dream Trawler and say good game, and then concede it. All right, so that was a really interesting mono blue deck, by the way. I like that. I don't know that it's like the best deck ever. It can't be as good as the mono blue deck that had access to Curious Obsession, but still really cool. And just tempoed the crap out of us all game. I mean, that's how tempo wins, exactly how you saw just there. But that was Dream Reanimator. Let's look at this one more time. I'm really thinking about taking out these Mire Tritons. And these Brazen Borrowers, or at least bringing it down to maybe 2 copies of Brazen Borrower and fitting something else in that slot. I might go up to a 2nd copy of Bond of Revival and maybe even a 4th copy of Agent of Treachery to make sure that we hit those like Thought Erasure and Wall of Lost Thoughts, you know, even Mire Trident if it stays in the deck. Those shots, just so we can have something, you know, reanimatable. But a couple of those games, we had the chance to reanimate relatively early in the game. And hey, even that last game, actually, we never actually got to reanimate something. They were always just a turn ahead of us. Again, they tempoed us way out of that game. But if we'd have actually been able to get to it on time, that game would have been completely different. But again, the tempo doesn't let you do that. It's the whole point of their deck. So, but in any case, I do think that these games were fairly illustrative of what this deck is mostly trying to do, and you saw a lot of its weaknesses too, right? It's a little bit fickle in giving you the cards that you need to actually pull the strategy together. I mean, it all equates to like a 3 or 4 card combo, and everything has to go right. You know, Wall of Lost Thoughts has to dump an Agent of Treachery in your yard, right? It has to, or it's just not a good card. Like Benthic Biomancer, you have to have a big creature in your hand for Benny Bioman to be a decent magic card at all. You know, Mire Trident is probably the weakest card in the deck, but I just wanted another 2-drop that was a creature and kind of functioned as removal, you know, but I figured this is one of the best ones. Maybe Orzhov Enforcer would be better than this, but Orzhov Enforcer doesn't put any cards in your yard, and I really wanted something like this that did that. But in any case, one more cough. I'm done with the coughing. Anyway, I feel like Mire Trident is probably the card most likely to come out of the deck. It just seems really cute, but so do things like Wall of Lost Thoughts, right? It's just such a cute card, and I'd probably rather put another like an 8th reanimation target in here and then concentrate on discarding the cards to, you know, Benthic Biomancer and Tomebound Lich. But either way, just let me know how you'd, you know, alter this deck down there in the comments section. But also remember, that in the next day or so, like sometime later on this week, I'm going to be putting out the Solar Flare deck, which again is like a Reanimator deck, an Esper Reanimator deck, but it's a lot more control-oriented. And again, I've had way more success, all in all, with this deck, because you look at the list here, we're not playing any cute cards. I mean, there's nothing in this list that's like, oh, that's so cute, right? These are all super powerful Magic cards. So I've been having a lot more, you know, success again on the ladder with this list, and I can't wait to fire this thing off. But there's a bunch of stuff coming up. It doesn't look like this new Mardu Kalia deck is going to win a Patreon poll in the next couple of polls. I mean, it's just not getting as much traction as I'd like. So it's probably going to be our next Dank Jank, if I had to guess. And this deck is really cool because you Kalia into Nightmare Shepherd. Like, Nightmare Shepherd makes Kalia way more playable. They curve into each other. And if your opponent kills your Kalia, well, you just get it back. You get a 1/1 token of it with Nightmare Shepherd, and you get to do the ETB trigger again, which is just freaking nuts. But I guess there's also this Constellation Mill deck and use Sage of Mysteries, and then like most of the other cards in the deck are enchantments. So along with like Drowned Secrets, Merfolk Secret Keeper, and stuff like that, you're just like just milling the crap out of them. And you got Thassa in here to blink your Wall of Lost, or not Wall of Lost Thoughts. Yeah, Wall of Lost Thoughts. And I felt like there was another creature. No, just no, it wasn't Sage. It's literally just Wall of Lost Thoughts. But you can also tap stuff down with Thassa. Mirror Maid is really good for copying like Drowned Secrets. And then when you play your Mirror Maid, right, you get a mill off of Sage of Mysteries. So I don't know. It's a cute deck. So if you want to see that on Dank Jank, also let me know about that down there in the comments section. And then anything else that you see on your screen right now, let me know if you want to see it. But today we did Dream Reanimator, and I think that it's probably the worst of the Esper decks that I have in my collection right now. But if you're a hardcore Reanimator player and you want to make it work, this is a decent basis. But again, I think there's definitely improvements you can make. But in any case, I think that's it. Just remember the deck list is down there in the description if you want to check it out in paper. Or you just need it as a reference for when you're building your arena decks, you know. You can have it on screen or something on your phone. And just go from there. But, you know, hit the link in the description if you want to pick any of this stuff up from TCG Player. Like the video if you enjoyed it. Share it around. More people get to see all the dumb plays and stupid action and all that. And also, you can do stuff like, you know, sub to the channel. That's a thing people do on YouTube. Why don't you do it? Everyone does it. You should be doing it. Sub to me so you get more of this premium content. I know you're having fun with this video. Even watching me like misplay a couple times there. Was probably like slightly cringy, but again, none of us are perfect. Every YouTube personality misplays at least like twice a video, so I'm not going to apologize for it. It's entertaining. Anyway, I think that's pretty much it for this one. So do all the YouTube stuff. Check out the Patreon if you want to support the channel, and yeah, that's it. So I'll catch you cats later. I'm Dev from the Place. Thanks for watching, my wizards. Spread love and be kind.